and I'm going to share my content. Hold on. This is not what I want. I am going to share my Bitmoji classroom once again so I can explain to you. All right, so you may be asking, how do I get here, Ms. Caraballo? All right, so let's say you log into Google Classroom, right? Let's see here, that's not it. Hold on, that's not it either. All right, let's say you're here, you're logged in. This is your face right here, but actually that's my beautiful face, so it has to be you who logs in, right? Then when you log in, you're gonna see this little waffle right here, and on this waffle, you press on Classroom. That's Miss Caraballo's Google Classroom, and then you're gonna have like a whole bunch of classrooms here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna choose Miss Caraballo's Google Classroom, okay? Hold on, I'm cold. Anybody cold in my room?
No.
All right, so I see everybody's wearing their shield. I appreciate you. There's only one person who isn't, and I need him to get with it. Okay, so now that you're here, I want you to go to classwork. This is where you will find my Bitmoji classroom. You will scroll down to virtual classroom and week 4, because we are in week 4 already, guys. There's only 2 more weeks to our grading period, all right? So you're gonna click on week 4, and you're going to see it says, please make sure you go over every slide and click on everything that has a link to complete this week's work, all right? So you're gonna click on there. I'm gonna check my room again to see if I have anybody trying to come in. We don't have anybody right now. All right, once you see my classroom, you're gonna see how much I love you, because I take the time to make these presentations so that you have everything there flawless. Do you know what the word flawless means?
Yeah.
It means that it is done the best way possible. It looks amazing, okay? So I do that for you because as much as I don't mind people asking me questions, because questions are good, okay? Questions are good things to follow. The problem is that some people, so let's say, for example, David asked me, what do I do, Ms. Caraballo? Right? And then I just finished telling David what to do, and Jesus is like, what do I do, Ms. Caraballo? How do you think I feel? Well, okay, disappointment is a great word, and thank you for using that word. It's a very, very big word. It's a very strong word too. I wouldn't say I feel disappointed. I just feel a little bit like, were you not listening? Like, can we please listen? Because, you know, I speak all day and I don't mind. I'm a speaker. I love to talk. The problem is that if I just told somebody what to do you think I want to repeat myself 300 million times?
No.
And that's an exaggeration, but that's kind of what it feels like. So on my first slide, if you ever have any questions, what we're doing with our schedule, this is our schedule. So that's what would happen when you click on that little folder that is on Miss Caraballo's lap. If you click on her, she's got a little video and she's telling you what you have to do. This was me explaining how you go through the Bitmoji classroom, okay? Then you will find that for this week, you have video for Monday, you have a video for Tuesday, you have 2 parts, you have 3 videos for Wednesday, because I even included our science lab in there, okay? So if you wanted to go back and enjoy the class or review for it, you can do that. And then for today, I already have an English version of the video. Now, if you click on that video, you'll be able to see the work that we'll be doing today. You will see, though, that it is not me. It is my partner, Miss Weber. So do not get scared, okay? She is my partner, and we plan together for everybody. So here's the deal. We like to work smarter, not harder. Therefore, if she creates this video in English, it just means that I have to create one in Spanish. So do you think I should create an English and in Spanish, or just a Spanish one? Spanish, because my partner has already done the same video in English, so you can use it. A lot of you know who she is because she's right across the hallway, right? So do not be scared if you see this lady popping up and it's not me and my beautiful face. You're going to be okay. So that's there already. I will be uploading the Spanish version, but you don't have to worry about that because guess what? You don't take math in Spanish, right? So you should just be concerned with that. Then we're gonna go on to our next slide. Our next slide is, it tells me everything that I'm doing this week. If I look at my math agenda, then what happens is that I can look at every single day that I'm working on something, okay? So it tells me Monday what the pre-assessment should have been and that I should have gone to Clever, because that's great for the week, guys. Then it tells me that I should have gone to Study Island. I had an exit ticket, which I should have done my hot questions, which is the next page that you'll see. It says, if you want to get 5 points on your test, you answer these questions in your journal. They're already translated because some people need them in Spanish. So of course, I don't want to make a million forms. I'm just doing it in one paper. That way, if you also have a doubt on what it means, you can read it in Spanish and maybe you're like, ah, I get it now, right? Then we're going to go into Tuesday. For Tuesday, you will always have extra math because that'll help you with your wild facts. Then you had a math journal activity. Right here, this link is in English, this one's in Spanish. Should you be worried about the Spanish one? No. Okay, we have somebody trying to join us, and we're going to go ahead and let them join us. Carol, good morning. We are going over our Bitmoji classroom, and I'm explaining what we're doing. So please bear with me. We are inside. We went to our Google Classroom, classwork. We pulled up our Bitmoji classroom, and now we're in our math agenda. So for today, yes, today's Thursday. Yes, that's right. Okay, so for today, as you can see, hold on, I don't understand why this is not refreshed. Hold on, guys, give me a second. So this math agenda, if I scroll down for Thursday, I can see that there is a video lesson right here already prepared for you that you can watch to work on today's work. So what we'll be doing right now is we will be going over the homework, and then you will have independent time to work on these things. And then if you have questions, you will ask me, okay? Because I want you guys to learn how to work independently. Now, I know my people online, that's exactly what you do all the time. You work independently, and I am really grateful for the work that you do. So again, for today, we are going to go over the homework, and then you're going to go into this link if you haven't already done so, and you're going to work on that video. And that's a video, again, that Miss Weber did in English, okay? And then it's in Spanish for my Spanish speakers. If you need clarification, you can click on it. But then once you're done with that journal activity, you're going to go here. And this video lesson will teach you today's lesson. And then I'm going to call people little by little if they need help, and I will work with them. So today, I'll be working with Dominic and with my friend David at the table. And everybody else is going to be doing this work, okay? So once you get done with that, what will happen is you will go back here, and then you will go to the science agenda. And then once you go into the science agenda, you will work on today's assignment, which says what? It says Study Island 4.5a, okay? And that's what you'll work on. Now, once you get done with that, if you wanted to skip over to Friday's post-assessment and you got a 70 or higher, I will let you keep that grade. If it's not 70 or higher and you want to know your score, you ask me, and then tomorrow I'll reopen it and you can do it again tomorrow, because that'll be tomorrow's activity. However, if you look at the rest of the week and you have not done any of these items on your science agenda, you need to handle that. Do I make myself clear, guys?
Yes.
Perfecto. Do I have any questions for my online?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna go over the homework now. All right, so I'm going to turn the, hold on, let me stop sharing this. Okay, can you see my beautiful face?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
All right, you know I'm kidding. I'm glad you can see me. All right, so I'm going to turn the view of the camera because we're going to concentrate on the homework. Please tell me what the homework was.
152. Yes.
152. So if you look here, this is the Think Up book that we're working out of. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
forgot my notebook.
Did you notebook? It's unacceptable, ma'am. All right, so we said it's our Think Up book, and we are working out of page 152. So you don't have your whole book?
This one? The Think Up?
Yes.
Oh, yes, I do.
So page 152, and that's what we're gonna go over. I'm gonna change the camera for my people online that are here for the first time. I want you to look at your classmates who are here live with you. You can say hi. Wow, they look so happy. Are you happy?
Yes.
Excellent. All right, we're gonna change the camera again. And I'm gonna change it again. So now we are on page 152, okay? We're on page 152 and we're gonna go over our homework. Give me 1 second, let me check over here because I thought I heard somebody trying to log in. No. But we're gonna try to go ahead. And I'm gonna quickly try to call my friend Brandon to see if he'll join us. Alrighty, so we are working on page 152, okay? So the first question said, Hank's rain gauge showed that 2 inches of rain fell on Saturday. This is a rain gauge. What does it also look like? A graduated cylinder, excellent. So on Saturday, there was 2 inches. Okay, on Sunday, Hank checks his rain gauge and there was 1.4 inches of rain. Should your paper look like mine with these writings? Yes, so if it's not, you should be writing right next to it so that you can identify what you did or didn't do. Write it in your notebook now.
Okay.
Okay, then it said, which equation can Hank use to find how many more? What's the key word? How many more? Where do we find our word how many more? Where? Yes, sir. Subtraction. So I already know that I'm going to have to subtract these two numbers. I have a 2 whole. When I have a 2 whole, what can I find after? A ghost what? Yes, ma'am. A ghost decimal and an invisible 0. So then I put my 1.4 here and then I'm going to subtract. Can I subtract 0 minus 4?
No.
I can't. So I'm going to take away from here. I'm going to put the 1 and then I do 10 minus 4. That gives me what?
6.
This became a 1. Bring down my decimal point.
Yay. I have it right.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So what's my answer, guys?
A.
A.
Yes. I have everything that you wrote.
So I'm going to go ahead and eliminate all these. Oh, that's right, because you guys did it. Right? You look at the video.
No, you did this one. I did it in A's. You did this one.
So which one was the homework?
This one.
152. Okay, perfect. I got confused for 1 second. Sydney bought 2 packages of paper towels for $2 each. He also bought a package of light bulbs for $2.86. What is the total of items Sydney bought? If you are online and you would like to participate, all you have to do is unmute your mic and go ahead and participate, okay? How can I answer what the total price Sydney bought? What is it? Okay, so it's addition. So that we're on the right track. It is addition. But what numbers am I going to add? Huh? Okay, so let's do. You said 2.86 and what? And 200? And 2.0. Okay, so let's add that. So that's 6, 8, 1.4. So you got $4.86. Did everybody get that?
Yes.
All right, so let me tell you something. That, if you chose F, it's wrong.
What? I knew.
I want to read it again. Let me read it to you again. You know, I have emphasized that you need to read. Yes, Miranda. Come here. Stand right next to the camera so they can hear you.
I put H.
Okay, so she put H. So she put H, and can you explain to us how you got H?
Oh.
Come over here. So I'm going to erase this, okay? And she's going to work the problem right here, and she's going to tell us why she put H. Go ahead. Exactly. You missed that there was 2 packages. That is why I underlined the keywords 2 packages, and it said that Each package costs what? $2. So what did you have to do? You had to either add, go ahead, 2 plus 2, or what did you do? Multiply 2 times 2, which gave you what? $4. Okay, and then what did you do? You
Then add $2.86.
excellent. Go ahead. And that is the correct answer. Thank you.
What? And then I got confused with that, but then I read the whole thing again and I got
Excellent. So she's telling me that she got confused, but then she read it. I'm going to tell you honestly, the first time I was explaining this problem to the students, I also got F. Then when I looked at my teacher book, I was like, oh, I missed a step. And that can happen when we're trying to rush through our problems, correct? Especially if you don't write any and if you don't underline your keywords, you're going to tend to have these problems. Now, why is it important for you to take your time? Because you might miss a keyword, because you want to get the right answer, and because you want to pass. All those answers are correct. Am I training you to be professional runners? No, I'm training you to be the best mathematicians there are on earth. You're going to come out of here and they're going to be like, oh, your teacher's Miss Caraballo, you must know so much. You think it's funny, but it's true. No, that's what I want to give you my best, and my best is to prepare you. I would not be a good teacher if I didn't ask you to read, to take your time, because I know that you are all smart and you are able and capable of doing this, okay? Number 3 says, Allie made a paper chain that is 3 meters long. Okay? Maggie made a chain that is 1.8 meters long. How much longer is Allie's chain than Maggie's chain? How much more, right? Or how much longer? What do I have to do here, guys? I have to subtract. What am I subtracting?
3 meters and 1.8 meters.
Can I do that like that?
No.
I have to put my ghost decimal and my invisible zeros to subtract. Can I subtract 0 minus 8?
No,
I have to borrow from my neighbor, becomes a 2, carry the 1. 10 minus 8 is 2. Bring down my decimal point, and 2 minus 1 is 1. So my answer is, since I'm measuring meters, my answer is 1.2 m, and it is C.
Yay!
Excellent.
Ms. Caraballo,
Yes, ma'am.
Brandon says that if you can add him to the call.
Okay, thank you so much for letting me know. I think he's there. Are you?
No, there's only Giselle, Mia, and Carol. And me.
Brandon, are you there? Nope, not yet. Okay. Carol, do you have any questions so far?
No.
Okay, excellent. So good to see you, Carol. All right, guys. So far, how do you feel about the homework? So if you had problems, it was because you did not read, and you know that, because I know you guys know how to do this. So let's go ahead and let's look at problem number 4. Okay, problem number 4. Would anybody online like to read it?
I can.
Okay, go ahead, please.
The height of Seattle's Space Needle, including the spire, is 184.41 meters. The height of the building with the spire without the spire is 158.12 meters. What is the height in meters of the spire?
Okay, that's our question, and then it says, record your answer and fill in the bubbles on the grid. Be sure to use the correct place value. Okay, can someone tell me what they got for this answer? Just tell me, yes.
226.12 29.
He got 226.29. Anybody else got something different? Yes, ma'am. 342.53. Anybody got something different? Yes, ma'am.
361.
360.
16.
Sorry?
361.16.
Okay. Anybody else got a different answer? Yes, sir.
26.29.
Did someone help you out with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? So the correct answer is Dominic's answer, and I'm going to tell you why, okay? Why do you think that answer, Dominic, do you remember? Can you explain to us?
No.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Miranda.
Because you were supposed to subtract.
Because you were supposed to subtract. So the problem gave me the total, right, of the Seattle Space Needle, including the spire. So the total was 184.41, okay? That was the total. Then it said the height of the building without the spire is 158.12. Do I know how much the spire is? No. So what did I have to do? I had to subtract, okay? Yes, sir.
No, I didn't get that one. I got 26.29.
Alrighty, so let's see. I have to subtract 1 minus 2. Can I subtract 1 minus 2?
No.
Fix your mask and fix your shield. All right, so I take away from the 3, borrow 1, and he becomes a 3, and this becomes an 11. 11 minus 2 is 9. 3 minus 1 is 2. I have to remember to bring down my decimal point. Can I take away 4 minus 8?
No.
So I have to do what? I have to borrow from my neighbor, who becomes a 7, and this becomes a 14. 14 minus 8 is 6. 7 minus 5 is 2, and 1 minus 1 is 0. So I can do 0, so I can know how to write. Now the important thing is to look at my decimal point, locate my decimal point. What goes after the decimal point? The 2 and the 9, because typically people will answer this problem, they'll get the answer correct, but then they don't know how to fill in the bubbles. So if you actually show me how you got the answer, I could actually give you credit and fix it for you. But if you're the type of person that you don't show your work and you do this wrong, guess what? It's wrong, okay? Then I'm gonna write my 6 in front of the decimal point. I'm gonna write my 2, and I could also do the 0 if I don't wanna be confused, and that's fine. Now I'm gonna fill in my bubbles, 0, 2, 6, 2, and 9, and that is the correct answer, 26.29. And if you had it wrong, do you know now why you got it wrong? Because that's the whole point of this, discussing it so we can go over it. Is that okay? Okay, number 5. Number 5 says, would anybody online like to read it, please? We are on page 152 and we are going over the homework. If anyone online would like to read, please do by all means.
I can read it.
Say that again?
I can read it.
Okay, go ahead, please.
4 students in Miss Johnson's class used base 10 blocks to model an equation with decimal numbers. Abby's answer was 0.54. Brian's answer was 1.14. Carter's answer was 1.41. And Denise thought the answer was 2.14, which students solved the problem correctly.
So the first thing I would do is I would write down what these represent, because I know if this is subtraction, I can always add these two numbers and they'll give me that number, because that's how you check subtraction anyhow. So how much is this? 1. And I know that I'm going to have a decimal because these are tenths and these are ones. So how many tenths do I have? 3. And then how many ones do I have? 4. And then I'm going to put a plus sign because this would give me the total of this number. These are hundreds or tenths? Tenths. So I'm going to write my 0 and my decimal, and I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so I have that. So now I'm going to do what? I'm going to add it so I can know what my answer is over here, right? because subtraction can be verified by addition, okay? If you subtract a number and you want to verify it, you take the product or you take your answer and add it to the bottom number, and it should always give you the top number, okay? So 4 plus 0 is 4, 8 plus 3 is what? 11, bring down my decimal point, 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. So here it says Abby's answer was 0.54, Brian's was 1.14, Carter's was 1.41, and Denise was 2.14. Which student solved the problem correctly? Denise, it's D. If I'm not sure if that's the correct answer, then what am I going to do? I'm going to turn it into a subtraction problem. The 2.14 would have been the number right here. So 2.14 minus 1.34 should give me 0.8. Let's see. 4 minus 4 is 0. Can I take away 1 minus 3? No. So I have to borrow from my neighbor, put a 1. This becomes 11. 11 minus 3 is what, guys? 8. Bring down my decimal point, 0. And look, my answer matches right here. And that's how I can verify it. Woo, woo. All right. How do we like this? Good. All right, cool. So now is the part, all eyes up here, please. Okay. So this is the part where now, if I have to, I will go ahead and share my agenda again to show you what it is that you will be doing individually today. And if you have any questions, I will leave this link open for you to ask me any questions that you have, as well as your classmates. So let me go right here. I'm going to stop sharing my screen real quickly, and I'm going to reshare it here so that I can go ahead and share my screen to show you where you have to go, okay? So, again, I'm presenting my screen. So I'm going to go to, again, to week 4, open up the math agenda. And when you go to the math agenda for Thursday, you're going to see the journal activity that you're going to click on the first link and do that. And then you're going to work on the video lesson for today. And it tells you the homework, which the homework is page 215. So you can go ahead and open your books and rip it out and put it in your homework folder. So the homework is page 215 and 216. You can do that right now. Page 215 and 216 is the homework again, and that is what is due tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a small weekly assessment. It will be short, and it's about the TEKS, the standards that we have taught this week, which is 4.2D, 4.4A, and 4.4G, okay? So the homework is 215 and 216. Give me thumbs up when you are ready. Once you're done with everything on Thursday's agenda, then you will go back to the Bitmoji classroom, and you will click on the science agenda, and you will go to Thursday's work. On Thursday's work, then you will go ahead and make sure that you have your study item 4.5 done. If you are done with that and you will go ahead and want to work on the post-assessment, you can do that. If your score is greater than 70, we will keep that score, but if it's less than 70, then I will reopen it tomorrow and you can redo it tomorrow. Do I have any questions from my friends online that do not know what we are doing?
I'm okay. I don't have no questions.
Okay, so if everybody can turn on their camera and give me thumbs up if they understand. Give me thumbs down if they don't know what they're doing. Thank you, Brandon. You can go ahead and start in your work. Thank you, Caro. You can go ahead and start in your work. Thank you, Giselle. You can start in your work. Thank you, Sandra. You can start on your work. Thank you, Mia. You can start on your work. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate the fact that you guys are always ready to do your work and that you are always ready to do what you have to do in my class. I really enjoy when students are on task, and I really appreciate it. And this concludes our recording for today. You can reference back to it in our Google Classroom. Again, this link will stay open for you to ask any questions, okay? Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
So you don't have to log